So looking at how you've decided to pursue your Q Sports career, it's interesting when you look at the number of players that have started off playing English 8-ball ball, isn't it? You sort of look at Darren Appleton or Mark Selby, that you've played with both of them, and what they've gone off to go and do. So it's interesting, think about sort of what Darren Appleton's done. First of all, going off to playing in the American ball. It's something which you didn't ever decide to do. Why was that?
No, well, to be honest, I've never had a love for playing American pool. Whether it be 8-ball or 9-ball or 10-ball. I've never really I never sort of fell in love with the game. I've never really enjoyed playing it. So, I chose not to go and take that path of 9-ball. Obviously, this game came along. I got an invite to play in the tournament last year, and I just believe that this game on these tables certainly suit me and suit my game better than any other game that I've ever played. Any other Q sport, including English 8-ball. I believe that I'm a lot better at this than I am at English 8-ball, and I am at any other Q sport that I've ever played. I think I've just adapted to it, and everything about it just suits my style of game. But going back to the players that have gone on to achieve big things, like you say, Mark Selby played a lot of 8-ball, and he's one of the best players in the world at snooker and doing unbelievably well. Darren Appleton, he started off playing English 8-ball, and I think it's a credit to English 8-ball. Chris Malin, they've gone on to do some really, really big things, and I think it's a credit to English 8-ball that all of these players obviously started off playing English 8-ball, and I know it perhaps doesn't get a great deal of credit, but there's players that have gone on to do some pretty big things that have started out playing English 8-ball and won every tournament that there was to win really at English 8-ball, because the two main people I suppose are Darren Appleton and Chris Malin that have gone on, and certainly Darren to do some big things out in America, and what he's achieving at the minute out there is amazing really. So I think it's actually a credit to the English game. The top players on the English game have, for their own reasons, whether it be the situation or the state, if you like, of what the English pool's in at the minute, or whether it be they just wanted to move on to bigger and better things. I think it's a credit that they've been able to adapt to whatever game that they've gone to play and be as successful as they are.
So you've not decided to go into snooker then before? Have you considered it at any time? Or?
Yeah, I have considered it, but I've always had sort of big commitments, certainly with the English pool, previous to the other last 2 years. Now I've got a big contract, a 5-year contract signed with Joy Billiards. Like I say, there's me and Stephen Hendry that are signed to them, and certainly for the next 5 years I'm going to be out in China, anything up to probably 10 trips a year, doing the exhibition work and the promotional work. And I've now got my own table in my club. This is actually the only Chinese 8-ball table in Europe. It's only a Chinese 8-ball table outside of China. So obviously I'm able to put even more time in and learn the game even more, and I just love playing the game. I love getting out to China and doing the exhibitions and the promotional work, because it really is sort of like superstar stuff out there.
Well, it's a growth sport, isn't it? There's a lot of energy, a lot of excitement over there about it. It's good to be part of that.
Yeah, it is, and because I think certainly the game's huge as it is at the minute, but I think in 3, 4, 5 years time it's only going to continue to grow, and there'll be even more big tournaments. And like I've explained, because the game is so difficult to play, I'm not saying that the American pool isn't difficult to play, because it has got its own skill, but you certainly can't dominate that game like you can this, just because the skill level is much tougher. The simple fact is this is one of the toughest Q sports that you will ever try to play.
So looking at the UK side of things, the Moscone Cup's got quite a lot of coverage. It's been on Sky Sports, it's been on all week, it's been live. I certainly know a lot of our customers have got really excited about that side of things. Do you watch that and sort of think, I wish I was involved in that? Or
yeah, I mean, not so much watch it and think, I wish I was involved in it, but I certainly know that the Moscone Cup is a huge sort of spectacle, and I think that is the pinnacle of the 9-ball world, and I do think it's a great thing to watch, and I think it's played to a high standard, but no, I don't really sort of because I've never really found a love for the 9-ball, and if I had, then I would have tried to go down that path and follow the other English lads that have gone over to America, but luckily now, you know, I've got my new career in Chinese 8-ball, and like I say, I believe it's a cue sport that suits me more than any that I've ever played, and hopefully I can continue to do well and play a game that I've found now that I love.
So for more pool videos from Gareth Potts, please visit homeletterdirect.com/pool.